What weekly family competitions seemed intellectually exhausting until it developed curiosity habits that made you invaluable in any profession. Every Thursday evening, our family battled in the question tournament, minus a competitive inquiry challenge where asking questions, not answering them, determined the winner that initially felt like mental gymnastics torture, but ultimately programmed me with unstoppable curiosity that employers now consider my defining professional asset. The rules were deceptively simple. Mom would present an object, situation, or concept, and we'd take turns asking questions about it, minus activités, not to get answers, but to generate the most insightful inquiries. Points were awarded for question quality, 1 point for basic who/what/when, 3 points for how-why connections, and 5 points for questions that revealed hidden assumptions or paradigm shifts. The catch? No repeating question types, and each round required deeper inquiry than the last. Dad tracked our question paths on a whiteboard, visually mapping how our curiosity evolved. My sister specialized in practical application questions. How could this be used differently? My brother excelled at theoretical leaps. What contradictions exist within this system? I developed a hybrid approach, focusing on unexpected connections. Tournament finals were intense. We'd gather around the dining table turned arena with the golden curiosity cup, a spray-painted mug as the prize. Mom might place a simple apple in the center, and competition would spiral from what variety is it, to how have cultivation techniques altered its genetics over centuries, to what economic power structures determine which apple varieties reach global markets. Friends who visited during tournament nights were bewildered. You compete to ask questions about random stuff? We'd rope them in. Emma's friend Sarah receives a wild card entry. Your question about this doorknob, please. The hardest part was the assumption challenge round, where Dad would suddenly call reverse, and you had to identify the hidden assumption in your own previous question. Those who couldn't lost points and faced the dreaded question timeout. In college, professors noticed my unusual approach in seminars. While classmates offered statements, I posed thoughtful questions that reframed discussions. My thesis advisor commented, "You have a remarkable ability to see inquiry paths others miss entirely." During my first job interview at a consulting firm, when asked about problem solving, I described approaching challenges through progressive question layers. The partner leaned forward. "Most candidates tell us what they know. You're showing us how you think." Now, as head of innovation strategy at a Fortune 500 company, I lead teams through question-based ideation that colleagues call somehow both structured and creative. Executives seek my input not for answers, but for the questions that reveal entirely new opportunities. Last month, during an industry panel, a CEO asked how I developed such sophisticated inquiry skills. I thought of our Thursday tournaments, Mom placing random objects on the table, Dad's elaborate scoring system, and realized those exhausting question competitions weren't just family games. They were installing professional superpowers that taught us the most valuable lesson in business: the person asking the best questions ultimately creates the most value.